prayer circle. No, we're not, but we need something that works. That's on my list. Somebody's got to know how to do that.
It's really not. It's the sound, it's the, it's discipline.
I say it's the space.
It's the space.
Yeah. Okay, we are live in a couple seconds. Is that all? That's a good question.
Let me just, am I asking the question?
You can look at it. Yep, you can look at the questions on the, are you on YouTube? Ask for number one. While we discuss it.
Should I be looking at you, Jordan?
So, Mama Bell, where do you see the movement going from here?
It's really, really hard to even imagine where the movement might be going because I never imagined that it would have expanded and exploded the way it already has over the 7 years. I know that once we became the 501c3, we did know to focus on some specifics. For example, the types of health issues that women over 40 have, the challenges of getting in more steps during the day. So what is that, 10,000 steps before 10 a.m.? Those different challenges that are helping us to even be more specific about moving. So I see that we're going to be more intentional than we already have been. But the women are extremely creative. I believe in the collective IQ. And once we start putting all of our brains and thinking and energy and gifts together, who knows where God is going to lead this movement. Every day when I wake up and see the clips on Facebook or on Instagram, or Pammy calls me and tells me that she's been interviewed by this or that person that's so excited about what's happening with women over 40. I just don't know where it's going to go, but it seems to be all very positive and going in a direction that's going to benefit all of us in an intergenerational way.
Okay, so, and do you feel like being a part of the 40 Plus Dutch has helped with your mental and physical health?
My personal mental and physical health, amazingly, because at first I was doing it driving Pammy around, being her chauffeur, because I was concerned about her going to these places in the evening and being a little distracted. And I'm really into prevention of accidents and anything like that. But now, because of some of the challenges that are going on in my life, I truly look forward to going and being of service in any way. You just never know what somebody wants to pull you to the side and talk about, or what kind of silly things you guys are going to be doing that's going to make me laugh. I mean, I think one of the times you all were having a jump off, and one of the ladies, I won't call her name, she was watching somebody jump a lot, and she went and stuck her hand in the rope, like you all used to do when you were kids. And everybody fell out laughing. And I thought, okay, this is what kids do. And we said, just do your thing. So it's just funny the way even laughter is generated based on whatever's going on in the environment. Everybody is just so competitive. I'm not competitive, so compassionate, because it's not competitive. And I really, really like that about the movement. So yeah, I can see we have one lady that walks around with her cane, and she's getting all her steps in, and she does the vibes with everybody. So you can do whatever your body allows you to do on any given day. And so I think that I just love that, because it's an encouragement to everybody.
So what's next for you?
Well, for me, I really am working on getting the book out. We do have the 6x9 size, but some of the women are saying, "Oh, we really want a bigger book, 8x10. It doesn't have to be hardcover, because we know coffee table books aren't in like they used to be. But could we make the font a little bigger so I don't have to go and grab my glasses?" So my consumer inside daughter, Paula, is actually working on that. And we're hoping that we'll be able to please people who want the book to be bigger. The size that it is now, over 250 books have already been sold. People are saying, I can put that in my purse. I can take that with me when I go to lunch with a friend. So I like that. We're, again, trying to address multiple issues with the help and suggestion of other people. So I'm hoping that the book will help encourage other people. You could kind of use it like a business card, which people don't carry around anymore. Because when you start talking about it and trying to give details, and plus you're trying to play, you can say, oh, yeah, look at the book, because I'm about to run in the rope and jump for a while, so.
Is that what you do?
Oh, I don't jump.
No, do you give the people the book?
I have given a couple of people the book to look at.
Okay.
And I said, you can buy it, but if you don't want to buy it, you can just look at it. And we've been encouraging people to read it that are trying not to collect more books and donate the book to their local library.
Okay.
And we've done that in a couple of places, and I thought that's a cool idea.
Speaking of the library, what is the status right now on it being seen in the library?
It officially was received by the Library of Congress on my birthday, April 2nd. I got the certificate of notification from them, and it is in the Library of Congress.
So what does
they
that
sent
mean?
them a digital book. So I thought, one of my cousins used to work at the Library of Congress, and she said, you're going to have to send 2 copies of your book, and it might take them 6 to 8 months because they're backlogged and blah, blah, blah. But I worked with Destined to Publish, publishing group, Marilyn Alexander, and she submitted everything digitally. And there was a fee, for all of this. And it was accepted. Mm-hmm. It did take them 3 months, though. And yeah, officially it was accepted by the Library of Congress April 3rd, 2023.
And so for it being accepted in the library, what, in layman's terms, what does that mean?
That means that libraries across the country have access to the document, the official document. And it also means that everything, well, it's also copyrighted. Everything in there is copyrighted. The jingle, Katrina's song, the visual that's on the front, so that's all officially ours. So we know that some of the women who started with us years ago in 2016, some of them have decided, you know what, I think I just want to jump with 50-year-olds. I think we just want to jump in our backyard. We don't want to. So we want them to know you got the idea from 40 plus, and you've been able to build on it in a different way. Right. And that's wonderful. But we're glad that it's all connected to the fact that the 40 plus help you with that idea.
That's great. Did you have a question? Okay. Mm-hmm. Did God show you that Pam had a special ministry that was buried inside?
I don't know how buried it was, but she definitely had a special ministry. And I'm just amazed at how comfortable she is about sharing how her devotions every day speak to her heart in a way that she feels energized to do certain things toward the Double Dutch movement and certain things for herself, so that she can still be healthy and strong. And she's an amazing role model. Mm-hmm. That whole walking thing, she's always been a walker. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, she walks all over the place. So yeah, she's been a walker that has been her relief forever. And the fact that she's been able to get other people involved in something that she already loved. Mm-hmm. The same thing with the rope. So that's really, really, she's contagious in that way. So that's great.
How would you encourage other women over 60 to come out and experience fun, fitness, and fellowship?
Fortunately, we have set a really comfortable example with letting women know that they don't have to punch in. Because I've heard some women say, well, I don't get off till 5:30 and I'm not going to be able to get there till 6. I'm like, you know what? We'll be there an hour and a half. But when you do come, you will have to do your own warm-up because we don't want you to be abusing your body.
And I know you make sure that
okay, because we have had some women that'll say, oh my gosh, I didn't warm up and now my ankle hurts and I've got to wear a boot and do this and do that. So we don't want you to have to go there, although the women who have some health challenges they still come out. And that's also an encouragement. The women over 60, 70, or 80, I tell them, don't forget you bring a chair. You can bring your chair and sit down, bring your water, and just watch. You know, you can watch the first time. Do what you want. I'll tell them the hula hoops. You can grab any hula hoop until the hula hoop song comes on. The hula hoops are all different weights. You can find out which works for you. Thanks to Yvette, I know how to encourage people to actually start the hula hoop because I was pretty pitiful. She worked with me for a minute. So when they say, "Oh, I can't do that," I'm like, "Oh yes. If I was able to do it, we're gonna get this done."
So what is your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do, I like the hula hoops, but I also like the African hopscotch that is the one that's moderated for the people that have health challenges.
Mm-hmm.
The third one that you do with the three steps. Yeah. The come to the
party
party with the steak.
Oh, okay, come to the party.
That one, I can do that one. And that one is so funny to watch you all, to do that one.
In what way?
And because you, at the end when you have to do the stank thing, where you have to do crazy stuff. And then I tell the 60-year-olds, I tell them where to stand so they can see the crazy part.
The stank
So, the stanky part. So yeah, so they see that it's really, really fun. And then the other thing that encourages anybody, not just the women over 60, the way you all just go, you take people to the side, you show them this, you work with them, and it's like they don't stick out, and it's like if you just want to watch this, fine. But meanwhile, we got 3 or 4 people over here. We're gonna, do this. We're gonna do that, and people can see that, and it's just really, really, it's just a nice atmosphere.
I know one of the things you always make sure that everybody does is move.
Gotta move
they
something.
Standing there, they gotta move.
I said you can move the top.
Talking,
you can move
you
your fingers,
walking,
move something.
That's right, and I love that.
Yeah.
So every time you tell us that, I always say, if Mama Pet was here, she would tell y'all to move. Y'all better move.
I got to get some more helpers though. Now if y'all got 30, 40, 50 people coming, we need everybody to kind of remind people. Some people will say, well, my foot hurts. I'm like, well, does your arm hurt too?
Maybe you can help us with the exercise, the stretching part.
And that's something else that when I had to help fill in because you all were taking over Beale Street last week, we weren't as expert with the warming up. And what we did was each one of the 12 people had to do something. So we shared the warm up, and it was really funny. So yeah.
Okay, somebody asked, where did your stank at
Huh?
Love it. What is your stank at the end?
Mine is a little it's underrated if I compare myself to
She
Emma.
shrugs her shoulders.
Yeah,
she
I do
does
something.
this. Tell people how to join.
The way to join is to go to www.40plus. This time you spell it out. PLUS DoubleDutchClub.org. And you, to be an official member, you do have to buy one T-shirt with your age and your name. Now, some women put their Facebook name on the back of their shirt. One of the girls has Shoeaholic on the back of her shirt. Oops.
Hey, Shoeaholic.
Well, they don't put their real name. I love it when the real name is on there because then I'm learning the names and, of course, the age. And every year, and then once you get that one shirt, you can go to any meetup across the nation. You just get your shirt on. You do the drop down where it says meetups for, like, if you're in Mississippi or Texas or Israel, if you happen to be there. Anywhere you are, you just put your shirt on and go to the meetup. And I like the fact that with the leadership conference and with the brand ambassadors' help, that each meetup has the same template. So you know what to anticipate. You're not going to go to a meetup and do a warm-up of 30 minutes of yoga. You're going to do 10 minutes of moving the various body parts that are affected by jumping. Your wrists, your shoulders, your knees, the stretching. We have a standard for all of that. And the captains and the co-captains and the delegates have worked very, very hard to make it so that no matter where you go across the United States, that you know what to anticipate. You know that we're going to do the vibe. You know that we're going to circle up for the prayer and praise. You know we're going to take a group picture. So those are things that you can anticipate. You can decide how you want to participate, but you know what to expect. It's not going to be anything, no climbing on anybody's body, doing a template like you did when you were cheerleaders. None of that. The regular picture. And I just really like the fact that you can anticipate what to expect. And that it's basically an hour, and then there's afterplay. Now that's when they really do their own thing. So I heard somebody had afterplay for almost an hour after the official meetup, because now they're thinking of new steps and new ways that they want to do something, and they share that with other people, and it catches on. So I just think it's amazing. But again, that collective IQ. We do remind everyone, because depending on where we're playing, it might be outside in a parking lot, and there might be women walking their dogs or their kids or their grandkids, and they want to just join us. And we're like, when you join, we are asking you, no men, no kids, and no pets. That way you can really focus on yourself, do your thing for 60 minutes or an hour and a half without having to, when you have these responsibilities, you're going to be distracted. We know that. So we've eliminated that, and the women have been extremely cooperative with that. And some of them have said, wow, I'm glad you had that rule, because my boyfriend did want to come. So we take a picture of what you're doing so you can share it with your boyfriend, because you do need to prove that you still can do it.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any questions?
What's your favorite thing about 40% DC?
I can't hear.
What is your favorite thing about 40% DC?
I think my favorite thing is the fellowship and the excitement that coming together generates. I know for some of the activities I have women saying, this is the first time I've done anything with a group of women and enjoyed myself so much. This is the first time I've been somewhere where I can just be myself and I can act silly, unashamedly silly, which is fun, because silly is fun. Laughing is healthy. And so I really like that the women are very comfortable with sharing, and that we're willing to step out on faith and see what is going to happen next when we're working together.
Thank you for coming. I think that's,
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for. I never heard podcasts before either, so that was like a whole new experience for me. Thank you, Miss Jordan, my favorite granddaughter.
uh-oh.
I'm the only one.
She's the only one.
She's the only one.
All right, guys, that's the end of the live.
Thank you all.
Unless y'all have any more questions.
I don't have any questions because she said everything.
Well, she did good points.
Everybody was asking questions on live. They were doing a good job.
Oh, they asked the questions. And that's,
I was writing them up there.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to erase it right. I didn't turn it off.
Okay.
Say bye-bye. Bye, guys. See you next week at Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All this technology.